So again, gold is a Teflon trade in 2024, in my opinion. It will rally even when we have risk on flows and rally when we have risk off flows. And let me explain to you why. When monetary policy is loose and we have risk on flows, that generally means the central banks, especially most importantly, the Fed, is going to be in easing territory and interest rates go down. Now, because gold doesn't have a yield to its instrument, anytime interest rates go down, it actually makes gold appreciate because gold is a non-yielding instrument. So anytime we have a loose monetary policy, it's actually net positive for gold. And if the Fed does lower rates, as at least once, perhaps maybe twice, as the market is anticipating, should be very bullish for us for the rest of the year and could take us all the way up to 2,500, maybe even beyond, just on those flows. However, this is the beautiful part about the instrument. It's kind of a Terminator trade that always comes back. And the reason why is because in addition to obviously being a risk-on trade right now, it is also becoming the predominant risk-off asset. People are getting very concerned about all the geopolitical risk. I don't have to explain to you the enormous amount of pressure that's building up in the Middle East right now, especially with the situation in Iran that has become far less stable in the last 24 hours than we could possibly imagine, with the president and the foreign minister both dying in a helicopter crash. There's clearly going to be some sort of a power struggle in Iran between the son of the current Ayatollah and some of the other rulers. The Iranian people despise their government. I don't know if you saw the pictures yesterday from Twitter, but we had fireworks in Tehran on very few times have you seen where a leader of the country dies and people are celebrating. But that's what's going on in Iran. So there's every possibility here. We might have a civil war uprising. We might have very, very tense situation. And of course, one of the ways that Iran reacts to kind of an internal stress is by externally lashing out at Israel. They've already made sorties towards Israel about a month ago. If they do some kind of an attack on Israel as a response to this, anything goes. And all of that is being reflected very clearly in gold. There just seems to be an unyielding bid in gold as a result of the fact that almost every investor in the world is looking at the situation right now and begins to fear some sort of a very significant geopolitical risk. And that is, of course, the safety asset. So on the one hand, gold acts as a risk-on asset when monetary policy becomes loose. On the other hand, it becomes truly a safe haven bid if we get any kind of geopolitical risk. And that's why it just seems to be such a strong trade. That's why I'm calling it the Teflon trade for 2024 this year, simply because there just seems to be no way this thing goes down one way or the other. And every time it comes down, it just gets bid up. We hit highs at 24.50. And of course, the next big level, everybody be watching, because I think this will be the level where the media, the mass media, is going to start to really print and make the general public become aware of it if we break the 2,500 level. It's a very big number. It's a round number. And once that number breaks to the high, you're going to start seeing perhaps non-financial magazines like Time or even The Economist start printing headlines saying, is gold is it going to the moon? And as you can see right now on my indicator, it's definitely showing some moonshot trades. So whether you're trading it on a 1 minute chart like I do, or you're doing some long-term trades, there's clearly enormous amount of opportunities in gold. We're going to be trading it live tomorrow. Absolutely come visit me. I put the links in the description. I will show you step by step exactly how we time these turns on the 1 minute chart and basically bang seven ticks every single time. Today I'm up 50 ticks, which is $500+ on a normal single gold contract. It could be 5,000 if you were trading 10 contracts at a time. So very excited. I'm very, very excited that we have some nice movements. That is definitely the market to play these days.